morning, students. So today we will see about how microbes helps in industry. So microbes help in producing a lot of products on a commercial scale, or we can say on a large scale. Now here we need to know what these products are that are being produced on a large scale or for a commercial purpose. So first of all, you can see over here, these are antibiotics. Now what antibiotics are mainly? Antibiotics are medicines, as you all know. Now these antibiotics helps to fight severe bacterial infections. These helps to fight against diseases like, for example, we can say typhoid, diphtheria, etc. Next, beverages. Now what these beverages are? These are basically alcoholic drinks. So beverages are also produced with the help of microbes. And third is enzymes. Now what these enzymes are? As you have studied that enzymes accelerates the rate of any reaction. But over here what we can see that these enzymes that help in various metabolic reactions are also produced or manufactured by the help of microbes. So industry is another field, we can say, where microbes are helping humans. Now let us first talk about antibiotics. Antibiotics are one of the useful things in our welfare which are prepared from microbe to kill or destroy other disease causing microbes. The first antibiotic was discovered by Alexander Fleming. And which was that antibiotic? The name of that antibiotic is penicillin. Antibiotic penicillin is named after the microbe from which it was extracted. Now we know that antibiotics are medicines that are used to kill or destroy other disease causing microbes. Let us now understand a simple trick to remember its definition. Now if we split the word into two, that is anti and biotic. Anti means against and biotic means life. So here we can say that antibiotics are against life. What about us? We are also living. That means human, animals and plants are also living organisms. But over here these antibiotics are not against our lives, but we can simply understand over here that these antibiotics are against the life of those disease causing organisms, or we can say the pathogens. Now let us talk about discovery of penicillin. How penicillin antibiotic was discovered. Now this penicillin was discovered by chance, or we can say it was discovered accidentally. By chance or by accident, Alexander Fleming got to discover this antibiotic. Now there was no any experiment specifically performed for its discovery. He was experimenting with Staphylococcus bacteria. So he might be doing some sort of experiment where he used this bacteria, Staphylococcus bacteria. Now this bacteria was being cultured in a petri dish, or we can say a culture plate. Now this petri dish or culture plate was accidentally left uncovered, and it was observed that there was growth of mold on one side of the petri dish. Now it was observed that as the mold grew, it inhibited or it altered the growth of Staphylococcus bacteria. That means the growth of the Staphylococcus bacteria in the culture dish or the petri dish, it was restricted to its region, the specific region. The area where the mold grew, it did not allow this Staphylococcus bacteria to spread to the other side. So it was concluded that the mold released some or the other kind of substance that did not allow the bacteria to spread all over the petri dish. Now that substance only today is called the antibiotic. Now when we are talking about this penicillin, and as I said that the substance only is called as antibiotic, which restricted the Staphylococcus bacteria to spread to the other side, this penicillin was named after the mold, or we can say the penicillin was named after the mold Penicillium notatum, which grew on the other side of the petri dish and restricted the growth of Staphylococcus bacteria. Now many other antibiotics have been discovered from different microbes till date. So this was all about how penicillin antibiotic was discovered accidentally or by chance. Now let us talk about beverages, how microbes help in preparation or manufacturing of alcoholic drinks. So most of the alcoholic drinks are manufactured with the help of microbes. So yeast here is the microorganism which plays an important role in the production of various alcoholic drinks. We have already studied about the Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is also known as the brewer's yeast. Now let us talk about alcoholic fermentation. What is alcoholic fermentation? Here you can see that alcohols are prepared by the process of alcohol fermentation. Next, as we have already seen that as yeast undergoes fermentation, what is the result or what is the product that we get? We get ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy as the product. So alcoholic fermentation is also termed as ethanol fermentation. So it is very clear why alcoholic fermentation is termed as ethanol fermentation. It is because ethanol is produced. In this process, glucose, fructose, sucrose, etc., all these sugars are converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and large amount of energy. The process is none other than a form of anaerobic respiration. Now this Saccharomyces cerevisiae ferments fruit juice and malted cereal. Now whatever type of sugar is present here, they are converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. So whatever sugar is fermented, the end product is always an alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. Now over here, this carbon dioxide which is released, you might remember that yeast is used as a raising agent. Why? Because of this carbon dioxide, we can see the pores or holes in the batter or in the baking process. The entire process takes place in the absence of oxygen and therefore it is termed as anaerobic respiration. For example, you can see over here, sugar when acted upon by an enzyme, that is zymase, what are the end products that we are getting? Ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. Now let us talk about contribution of microbes in production of certain chemicals. Now there are many chemicals that are produced by the help of microbes, and on other hand these chemicals benefit us in some or the other way. So chemical produced are organic acids, enzymes, alcohol. So there are few examples of organic acid. As you can see on the screen, lactobacillus helps in production of lactic acid, Acetobacter aceti, acetic acid, Clostridium butylicon, butyric acid, and Aspergillus niger, citric acid. Now let us look into some examples of enzymes that are produced by certain microbes. Streptokinase, that is produced by Streptococcus bacteria, and this streptokinase enzyme helps in effective thrombolysis medication. Now what is this thrombolysis medication? You all know it, that when blood coagulates, the clots are being formed. So this thrombolysis medication or this streptokinase enzymes helps in dissolving blood clots. Now next example is of lipase. This lipase enzyme is produced by lactic acid bacteria, and this lipase enzyme is useful in hydrolysis or breaking down of lipids. Now this helps to break down lipid or fats so as to release energy. Pectinase. This pectinase enzyme is involved in protein catabolism, that is breakdown of complex proteins into simpler peptides. Many bacteria, yeast, mold help in production of protease. Now during digestion, lipase and protease help to break down fat and protein to be get absorbed. And last, pectinase. This pectinase enzyme helps to break down pectin, that is basically found in plant cell wall, and it is produced by many bacteria and fungi.